Taxi drivers, what's the deepest secret you've overheard in your cab? Don't drive anymore, but I used to drive in Memphis. I would sit at the Peabody on Friday and Saturday evenings, usually got the elite but not above taking a cab folks. One evening, the parking lot was packed. I mean, the valets were so far behind, I could barely get my cab past the other cars to get in. I'm keeping an eye on the concierge at the door, so I can see when he waves me over. I'm looking, and who comes out the door but Steven Seagal? The concierge waves a town car down to the door, Seagal gets in, and it takes off. I'm kind of in awe, because that's the second closest I've been to a celebrity type. 5 minutes later, I'm contemplating leaving, when the concierge whistles and waves me down. I pull up to the curb, the concierge opens the back door, and this older-looking gentleman gets in, maybe in his 50s, wearing a duster-length wool coat, holding a handkerchief over his mouth and nose, and a Kangol hat. I figure he's got a cold, no big deal. I ask where he wants to go. He gives me an address in a nice residential area on the other side of the city. I pull out of the parking lot, start the meter, and ask the guy how he wants to get there. He asks which way is better. I tell him going through town is cheaper, but taking the loop is faster. He tells me to use my best judgment, so I start going through town. About a third of the way there, he asks if I saw Steven Seagal earlier. I told him I had, and I wished I could have taken him. He lowers his handkerchief, and it's Steven freaking Seagal. Turns out, he had sent a double in the town car. We talked a little about this and that, and when I dropped him off, he handed me $100 and told me to keep the change.